Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you some more Master League action. So spawning on the left we have F3riG with US forces. He's locked into Armoured. Opposing him on the right is Elpern with Wehrmacht. He's gone for Breakthrough. Seems to be the meta pick on this map, which is Faymonville Approach, the COH3 variant of it. See the Master League stamps on it there. So yeah, AE, kind enough to give me the third place playoff between these two. Perhaps the last Master League tournament ever. So drink it in, lads.
Rifleman squad deployed.
What next?
I should probably move the UI actually. Oops. Excuse me. Here we go. Okay, so 4x4 out.
Orders coming in.
Shooting at all sorts of different angles. I wonder if F3riG did that on purpose, like drove forwards to shoot and then knew there were a continuous burst as he backed into that corner. We could do some capping while shooting. Doesn't seem to have done almost any damage to the Grenadiers though. They've got a little bit of a sandbag position and wire up as well.
Getting hit! Spread out, goddammit!
Briefly decapped the cutoff down here, but maybe forced away by the machine gun. Looks like that's heading up to the north to help against the 4x4. Okay, sandbag up here, but oh, he's not in the capture circle there. I wonder if that was a misclick. And this building here is 6, I think, buildings combined. So you can't like jump in on that side and fire from the other. You have to come round. Big damage on the 4x4 here. Gonna chase it off, maybe gonna have to use his self-repair ability. Rifleman jump into this building. Not many windows in this building though. It's quite a weak one. Weaker than the same one was in the COH2 variation. Fewer windows. Self-repairing out the back. Rifleman, of course, much stronger at this range. It is going to try to jump into the building. And if they get into that top story, you know, they will be nullifying the cover. So, cover to cover battle, they definitely will win, or building to cover battle. Trying to get the cap off out the back here, but looks like F3riG's got it. Oh, he didn't shut it down. He could have. Lucky break. He's jumping into that building. F3riG's up here now, though. Got some burst on the 4x4. Has to back away. He's going to go in for the decap on the munis in the far corner.
Victory point is under attack. We must
so the 4x4 doesn't really want to operate in this area anymore, where the machine gun is. It's too big of a threat in terms of damage. Looking for other opportunities. Finds the pioneers.
They've captured a victory
and
point.
chases them away. This is them quite far, all the way to the cutoff. Don't know if he's going to be able to get the neutralize.
Get us out of here!
No, too risky. He's going to cut and run. Doesn't have to worry about Faust yet, of course. Oh, no, there it goes. It popped right as I said that. So he's got the Vet 1 on the Grenadiers now, so they do have the Fausts. Meanwhile, picking up a 4th rifleman after the captain.
They've cut us off.
So I'm guessing this is going to be a no motor pool build from F3riG. Spamming those riflemen. Meanwhile, Elpern, he went for 2 pios. 3 greens. Pios, you know, they do have extra sight in this game, so they can help with the spotting. But they are very weak in combat, especially without the flamethrower. Good machine gun. Cut and run from that engagement. The MP40's there. Looks like he's going to go do some forward capping here. Leave the MG to cap that sector. Does mean it's going to be decaptured for quite some time, though. With that cut off. I believe the Grenadiers have the capture rate bonus, right? And the MG does not, so the Grenadiers could have reconnected it faster. Self-healing up the top. Doing some capping up there. Has not gone for healing
Grounding automatic rifles have
as of
arrived.
yet. Wow, Elpern's going for a 4th Grenadier. Meanwhile, bars have now popped for F3riG. So while they're still in single bar mode, I think it's a pretty close fight against the MP40s, but once they get the second bar, that's when they take over, now that the MP40s have been nerfed.
Area is ours. Find cover!
Enemy forces are converging on a fuel point.
I don't know why he repositioned to that. Maybe he just gave a capture order and that's where they went to. Queued up a capture order. It's overwhelmed there in the north.
Enemy activity near our munitions point.
4x4 still alive, still causing Elpern some headaches. F3riG does have quite a lot of munis.
The enemy have taken territory from us.
And now he's popped the muni surplus, so expect to see a few second bars coming online. This window again, quite a weak building. 2 windows out this side instead of 3 in the
One of our
COH3
sectors,
variant.
a victory point is under enemy control now.
And right across the map, Elpern seems to be struggling a touch.
How the hell did you make Mason?
He's trying to fight in this, yeah, but he's getting bullied by the heavy cover rifleman with the bars. And the 4th Grenadier second machine gun actually picked up now as well. He's really knuckling down. Maybe he's going to try rush out a Panzer IV.
A victory
No
point is
Panzer
under
Grenadier
attack.
company.
We
Maybe he's got
must
the
act.
reads that F3riG's not going for a light vehicle, like a Greyhound.
A fuel
It's
point
got a
is
light
being
vehicle, so
lost.
looks like he doesn't need the Panzer Grenadier company AT gun. Maybe hopes to rush it out.
A victory
Of course,
point is
with
falling
that kind
into
of strategy,
enemy control.
the Scott is an option.
Rifles pass over the bar!
And yeah, if you don't have an AT gun or something to counter the Scott, it's going to bleed you a lot, especially with the straight Vet 1
Territory point is no longer
ability,
under
so
our
it can start
control.
popping off those phosphorus immediately. Very powerful. You guys remember when this got a cost buff in the last patch?
Riflemen are being upgraded with grenade packages.
Buzzsaw's got us in its fucking sights! Reload!
Sector gone. We must take it back.
Still checking if he's gone for any more upgrades yet. This is Elpern's composition. Has picked up healing now and is going to go for Panzer Grenadier Company. Hasn't had a completely overwhelming start as you wouldn't expect. It's a player of F3riG's caliber.
Man down! Keep your heads
Exchanging grenades here. Oh, Elpern could be at risk of getting wiped. Looks like he's just going to focus on this engagement instead. F3riG not going to go for the chase down on this low health unit.
boys! Just hang through! Concentrate!
Quite a few grenades being exchanged now. Everybody's upgraded all their weapons. Well, actually, not the case for F3riG. He's got
Movement near our victory
so
point.
much munitions, but 3 riflemen not upgraded with the second bar yet. Strange choice. Go for all of them there. It's so cheap.
M8 howitzer carriages are They've taken
There
our
is that
victory
Scott.
point.
And I'm guessing it's going to be the phosphorus barrage. I still didn't look it up, actually.
What next?
How much damage it does. Maybe we can see it live in game. I believe if the shell lands on a unit, well, if it's the same as the grenades, 30 damage on impact. Maybe we'll get to see it in action here. Rifleman with a bit of a flank here.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Sprints through with the Grenadiers. Jams the decap for a little bit longer with the Scott here now. Not going too well. Pretty good grenade off though. Forces away the machine gun and the Scott makes short work.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Have to get out of there.
Enemy movement near a victory
Did
point.
see a little bit of friendly fire damage from the Scott, but you know, it's obviously tuned down
We have
quite a lot
vehicles ready to be dispatched
compared
to
to
the
what
front.
Elpern was feeling. Really friendly fire in this game is done in an
Victory
unusual
point has
way
fallen
compared to
into
Code
enemy
2. It's not
control.
just like a hard multiplier, like you take half damage. You have like separate AoE values for each for friendly fire. It's very strange.
Someone get us out of here!
And fighting this F3riG, they're actually going to go for a mortar as well.
Mortar crew and tubes
Of course,
standing
all of
by.
this enabled by the fact that he does not have to tick up. Doesn't have to tick up to get the Scott out. Doesn't have to tick up to get the Easy 8 out, so he can really afford to spam units at this stage because he's saving so much resources on not needing to tick. Elpern does not have the same luxury. Can go for the Tiger eventually,
Set the
but
line. Capture point under
it's
attack.
very long way down the tree. The command tank not really up to the task.
Enemy activity near our munitions point.
Not strong enough. Elpern seems to be struggling a little bit for territory control. He's got the AT gun out now though, hoping to bait the Scotland over here.
Control of the sector.
But the Grenadiers chasing, looking to force away the mortar. Might even be able to get the decoy on it here if he's lucky. As soon as they hit that retreat, they get that received damage bonus.
Capture point.
Hard to achieve, but got a couple shots in there.
One of our munitions
Let's
points.
see if they could have gone for a Faust there potentially. Moving death. Did he really get 2 shots on with the AT gun? Thought he wasn't in range for that long.
We have territory.
Either way, Scott's out for repairs and F3riG actually has to build an engineer, so
A victory point is under attack. We must
going to be out for a while. 4x4 is also quite low. Elpern looking good in the north right now. Is this-
The enemy is stealing our munitions point.
Looks like Elpern just have the muni spear to upgrade the final Grenadier. With the MP40s at this stage.
Commander, we've lost a sector.
Elpern down on VPs at this stage. Good dodge on the mortar barrage. Got out of his heavy cover, but still in the capture circle.
We've lost a territory sector.
Utility package popped
We're losing
on
a
the scouts. They
territory
pop up a
point.
flare.
Enemy contact.
Rifleman sprinting around the
Victory
corner.
point is
That's
under enemy
interesting.
control now.
These guys have got sprint. Sprint. Sprint.
A munitions point is being
All
attacked.
sprint. That's interesting. Maybe against this particular build, you know, you're not up against Panzer Grenadiers, you're up against Grenadiers. Maybe he prefers sprint to pour it on him in these
Territory lost.
situations.
Taking losses!
Oh boy, looks like Elpern forgot about this one in the corner. He's going to lose his Pio. First loss of the game, and it's on Elpern's side, and he's already right up against it. Scott's back on the field now. Oh. And not a direct hit.
Enemy
Oof,
movement
see
near
that damage
victory
it does on impact?
Oh, fuck! We're losing!
You have
Grenadier,
command
why are they...
points ready to
Okay. Why are they staying around? They already captured the point. The T-gun tried to set up there, but Scott got just out of range. Now he's under pressure from these riflemen. The AT gun. They just come in, but what are they going to do? Without the MP40s, they can't really fight this. It's getting bullied. These guys only have 1 or 2 models firing. Now they come into the engagement, but already too late. He's already got lumped up. I could just about 2-on-1 the Grenadiers there. Okay, he does have the advanced logistics, so he's got the cheaper manpower costs. Very hard to keep up with this unless you've gone like Luftwaffe yourself. Basically, the only remedy is what Elpern has is the Tiger.
Blitzkrieg
It's
tactics
being
are
a
available
wiping
for
machine,
vehicle
but
crews.
you can
They
see
shall lead the
still
way.
close to 8 command points away from being able to call in that bad boy. It's a long old stall. He's pretty much got the fuel for it, but Command point's not the case, and F3riG inches his way closer to the Easy 8, but in the meantime, he's got the Scott doing work. He's bleeding less manpower. He's pulling ahead. Went for the grenade assault there, but good dodge from F3riG. Popped the artillery on the MG as well. Slow reactions from Elpern. Luckily, most of the initial shells off target. Maybe he targeted slightly behind. Maybe it was just unlucky scatter. Could have been nasty there. Oh, he's gonna go in. He's got the sprint, I'm not sure. Elpern. Oh, he doesn't have munis. The Faust, 35 munitions. Doesn't need it. Okay, there we go. He takes out the 4x4, finally. A good run, though. I've been getting around the corner with the sprint on the MG. Uses that position.
Commander, we should spend our munitions.
Scott hasn't been monstrous, but he's kept it safe. Hasn't taken much damage, so hasn't needed to repair it. Smoke out on the expected pack position. He's picked up a second pack. Flare up from the scout. Maybe he doesn't quite have vision this far.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Dodges the grenade assault again, F3riG. Interesting that Elpern is not upgrading these other grenadiers with the MP40s. Looking to go for more grenades instead.
We have the lead.
So far, it hasn't really been working out. And oh, the Foss. Interesting.
We've lost a squad of riflemen in the front.
Looks like he's still taking damage
The
from
enemy
it.
is stealing up. Defend our victory point.
Maybe I need to
We're losing
investigate. Seems like it might be slightly different phosphorus than what's in the grenades.
Enemy activity near our munitions point.
Okay, he merges into the MP40 squad.
Is under enemy control.
Sprints in, but still took some Scott damage on the way in, and Scott's hiding behind the building. Can't attack ground through buildings anymore, so
Sector gone.
no remedy for that.
Enemy movement near
Does
victory
eventually force away the rifleman, but the pain is extreme. I'm sure the KD not looking too good.
point. The enemy have taken
Elpern
territory
at this
from us.
stage.
A victory point is under attack. We must act.
Follow my lead. Indirect fire crew ready for the go.
A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Double checking the compositions here. Elpern, no rebuild on the Pyos yet. He's gone for Panzer Company.
Sector now under enemy
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna have a tank out shortly thanks to that. Remember this patch, for some reason the Panzer IV got a cost decrease.
We must stop them.
Seemed like it's,
Incoming. Move grenadiers.
I don't think it was mentioned in the patch notes either.
Commander.
It used to be like 420, now it's 360 manpower. So it's going to be coming out shortly. Meanwhile, we can see F3riG very close to the Easy 8 now, so these tanks should arrive at a similar timing. Of course, Elpern doesn't have repairs at this stage. Panzer IV is pretty good when it comes to squad wipes itself. No Tiger, but it's probably better than the Easy 8. Its current iteration.
Damn it! Territory sector claimed by the enemy. Sherman Easy 8s have been requisitioned. They're standing by.
And here comes the Easy 8. One other thing that Elpern hasn't really had a chance to do is plant mines, so... Oh, bar dropped. Does that mean he got a squad wipe? 1, 2... Oh, yes. No? You go for 5 rifle? He rebuilt this one, actually, F3riG. I missed a rifle wipe. I apologize. Scout's dead down here now as well. Uh-oh, F3riG. All of a sudden in some trouble. Elpern getting a couple back now. He's got the Easy 8 coming in now, so he can pressure from 2 angles with his vehicles. make it difficult for the AT gun positioning.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Elpern going in for a deep flank. Elpern trying to hang in here a little bit longer, looking for this rifle wipe. MP40's chasing in. AT gun connects with the Easy 8s. MP40's hoping, praying for the kill, and they get it. Okay, that's big for Elpern. All of a sudden he's in a good position, but maybe not. AT gun under pressure. This rifleman just continued on its merry old way. Flanks the AT gun, gets the decro on it. Panzer IV meanwhile went chasing for the Scott. That did survive. Now Elpern having to come back, hoping to prevent the steal on this AT gun. Of course, F3riG, not having gone for motor pool, doesn't have easy access to an AT gun with this build, so he's very happy to try and take one here. Elpern coming in with his... Oh boy, but he's getting battered, he's getting snared, he's going to lose the Panzer IV. AT gun coming in from the side on the Easy 8, but it's not enough. Yeah, Elpern, that was a bit reckless. Drives head on into the stolen AT gun and holds up. Holds up to the pressure. Comes in there with the phosphorus as well. Forces back the support weapons. Have a look, see where Elpern is. He's not too far away from another tank. He's down, but he's not out. That was obviously a huge swing in F3riG's favour. AT gun steal and Panzer IV kill. F3riG, okay, he's still a way off, but you know, when you're playing these builds, when you've already got that manpower cost reduction cooking, it doesn't take long to save up that much manpower as US forces. I think that's ultimately where these no-tech call-ins get such a big advantage in this game at the moment. You know, you can, on your way up there, there's so many options. You can go for extra units, go for extra light vehicles, or you can invest into these game-long upgrades. And then, yeah, you just have a big advantage for the rest of the match. Not having to tech up.
Captured a victory point.
Get a clear field of fire. The area is ours. Damn it! Someone get us out of here!
And with some pretty good territory control right now, F3riG, of course, did lose a couple of squads. The scout and his rifleman, so... Oh boy, did he side tech... He went for motor pool and he picked up a second anti-tank gun. Oh wow. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to this. Did he when did he do that? He's coming around the corner. Thought I saw a mine down there. It's hard to see it. And Scott up here. The AT gun's there, just out of range. Backs up, sets back up. Next once, but Rifleman sprinting in from the side. F3riG expecting this. Pressuring the AT gun now. Oh, but the machine gun's there. Well positioned by Elpern, saving the day. He lost that AT gun. That would have been probably lights out for Elpern at this stage. It looks like he's stalling for the Tiger from here as well. So he had to go for that Panzer IV to assist against the Easy 8. It unfortunately did not work out, and now he's going for the Tiger stall. Tiger's just such a white machine in this game, so it might be the right choice, but it's going to be a painful wait for the resources. I think those couple of squad wipes F3riG suffered though, really making a big difference at the moment. He's not able to deny that capture territory. Capping power. Missing the scouts, missing those riflemen. He's rebuilding the rifleman now. He's actually pop-capping himself here. He can't go for another Easy 8 call-in.
Forward units report the Krauts are down to 250 points.
Interesting. He's got a mine down. No, cancel that. Got a mine there though. Easy 8's coming down to assist. So is the Scott actually. force away the engineers, but T-gun's nowhere to be seen for Elpern. It's in the center at the moment. Looks like he's going to reinforce it up. Is that the captain's buff? Was that just sprints? It looked like they were running so fast compared to normal. But here's the big boy, the Tiger. They play T-guns for F3riG, and he's got a few mines down. Elpern still does not have a pyro, so no sweeping. Could be disastrous for the Tiger if he hits one of those mines. Okay, Elpern setting up his AT gun. The Tiger's just about here. He might be trying to bait F3riG into a bad engagement here so that the Tiger can all of a sudden catch him off guard. AT gun does get decrewed. There's that Tiger. Nearly knocks out the rifleman. MP40's coming into the retreat path. They were hoping for the white, but they got smacked up by the Scot. Had to get out of there. F3riG's going to have to regroup, rethink what he's up to now. He's up against the Tiger. 4 kills already. 2 friendlies. Oops. Forget you saw that.
Enemy movement near
Killing machine, but didn't say who he's killing. T-gun's lining up on the Tiger here. Looks like he's gonna throw off a snare. Pretty good penetration rate so far. Pops off with phosphorus. Oh, the Tiger's in some major trouble. He's out of range of the AT guns now. Airburst on the machine gun. Phosphorus about to wear off though. The AT gun recrews. Tiger doesn't get a shot off. What was that? I think he mistargeted. Tried to attack the garrison instead of the Easy 8. Bit of a close call for Elpern, and he's going to be out for repairs for a very long time off the back of that.
Our enemy has the advantage. We must
Still doesn't have pioneers, so he's going to try use the Tiger again. He's so low on VPs, he feels pressured into action. While he waits for the repairs, and even once he gets one pioneer, I mean, he's not going to be very fast repairing up that much health either.
We've got wounded.
What's this, the retreats? Looking to cap up the muni. He kind of still needs the munitions, Elpern.
The enemy has lost their foothold.
Looks like he did finally upgrade his other grenadiers with the MP40s though, but he's going to need the sweeper, of course.
Battle is in our favor.
Catches this AT gun a little bit out of position. He does have pretty good vet on these grens. Just getting my words mixed up there. See, I think Elpern was winding up for a grenade because you saw the UI icon disappear on the squad. I do hope that they adjust that.
So much for peace and quiet. Done. I'm hit, man. Relay order. Get on with it.
Okay, Tiger getting some repairs, comes in for an attack, misses its shot though. F3riG rolling up with his AT. Meanwhile, Easy 8 looking to come in from the side. We've got a couple greenies there. Only one of them's going to get the Faust off. If that was double Faust. Oh, but he got stuck. Oh, Elpern. I think he could have got the snare off there. The permanent engine crit if he had sprint maybe. Maybe it was on cooldown. No, it's there.
We must make a stand.
Okay. Opportunity missed there. Can't really blame him. Oh boy. Sprints in there. Polishes off one of the grenadiers. Was that one of the low vet ones at least? I think it was. He's coming in with the Tiger again. He's on the VP drain in a big way. Oh, there you go. Knocks out the AT gun in one shot. Not sure how much health it had, but it's got no health at the moment. Assault Green's coming in, but without a flamethrower, they can't really expect to win this. AT gun lining up. Is that just out of range? He's ever so slightly out of range. These range indicators slightly misleading in this game for the AT guns. Annoyingly. Second Easy 8 rolling in now for F3riG.
Scouts are securing our capture point.
So let's see what he can get done with the double E8s now. These E8s can penetrate the Tiger if they get on point blank. I think they have 300 pin at point blank, so that's the exact amount of armor the Tiger has. And here we go, F3riG's getting it going now, coming in from the side. Gets the phosphorus off on the Tiger. Where's the AT guns? Not really there. They stopped out this Easy 8 perhaps. Continuing to chase. Tiger shooting at the Scott. Switching over now to the Easy 8, but a couple bounces, keeping the Tiger healthy at this stage. He gets away with it. These riflemen trying to come in with the flank with the snares perhaps. Shut down by the machine gun. Double AT guns coming up here, but they're very low for Elpern. He's so low on manpower at the moment.
We've got the advantage. Enemy movement near a victory point.
Tiger hasn't really had a time to flex its muscles. Still got 18 kills though in this short period. That's like a bad, well, not a bad Tiger performance, but a very limited one. Easy 8 knocks out the machine gun in the center. 39 points left for Elpern's, not looking good. He comes up for the Scott kill, could actually get it here. Slow dodge. Didn't drive forwards with the Tiger at all. And there he goes. Gets it. Rifleman coming in from the side, and this time no machine gun guarding. Elpern's AT guns under pressure. Lost the machine gun here. This one getting forced away in the center. Both AT guns looking to get decrewed, and here come the Easy 8s now. Looking to mop up the Tiger. One's leading the other by quite a lot. This AT gun left behind. Bounced off. Couple bounces still. Needs to get right in close. Right to zero range.
Our line is collapsing. Enemy taking our
Get
point.
those guaranteed pins.
We must pull this back. We're down to 300 points.
There he goes. Knocks it out. There's some, yeah, in this game, quite a lot of units drastically improve their penetration, going from mid to near range. Company Furious 2 would often be like maybe a 20% penetration boost, but in this game, sometimes it's like, yeah, like 50% penetration boost. Seems like maybe Elpern is thrown in the towel here.
They've taken our victory point.
There he goes with the GG. So yeah, promising start there for F3riG. Oh, are we gonna end screen? Doesn't look like it. Promising start there for F3riG. Just played the meta very well. First wipe went against Elpern, losing those pioneers, and that was quite impactful later on because we saw he was struggling for repairs on the Tiger after that Pio wipe. Next couple wipes, though, I think went against F3riG, lost his scouts, lost 2 riflemen, I think. But ultimately, it doesn't matter as much as US forces because not having to tick up to get the Easy 8, to get the Scott, means that you have all those resources to go for extra units and the side upgrades from the Infantry Support Center, which can then benefit you for the rest of the game. And you can see F3riG just had so much more manpower late game. You know, the medics combined with the cost reductions from the ISC makes it very tough. You really need that Tiger to do a lot of heavy lifting, come out there, get squad wipes for days. But F3riG's AT gun positioning was quite good. Limited the Tiger, got a lot of damage on it. So Elpern was never really free to roam and get his intended comeback, unfortunately. GG, well played by F3riG, and we'll go on to game 2. Here we are for game 2. Now we have Elpern with US forces, and big surprise, he's gone for armored. F3riG, Wehrmacht, breakthrough. Meta is locked in for both these players, as you would expect. Tournament conditions here. These guys playing for some money. I think maybe one of them gets like 600, the other 450. If memory serves correctly. Something like that. So, you know, they want the cash.
We have riflemen
Gotta
taking
play
the
the
field.
strongest strategies available. Bit of a shame, you know, don't get to see any Africa Corps in these games. It's just the balance is just not there. They are not strong enough, unfortunately. They don't really have like a super OP call-in, you know. I think that's the ultimate problem.
Germans might probe the
Kinda
area
like that
and see
Flame
what's still
Panzer
here.
3, that's okay. Not a game winner though.
Enemy infantry!
Okay,
Fire
4x4 coming in from the side.
Everyone all right back
G
there?
coming in though. Gets out of vision range. No. Wants to complete the capture, but he's taking some big damage.
Cover him! We took it!
Gets the cap off though. The squad
Riflemen are ready.
can come up. They get occupied by the riflemen, but machine gun actually catches them. A little mistake there from Elpern. He could have known that machine gun's position, stayed out of range. I think he was within 10 range there anyway, so didn't need to get closer for the sake of negating cover.
Enemy forces are converging on a fuel point.
Good little harassing cutoff though from Elpern. Scouts so fast with their capture rate bonus. Well executed and blasting that pyro from downtown. Back south to do the self-repair.
The sector's been overrun. It's theirs now.
Under fire! Taking hits! Pull in, squad!
Rifle with a good position on the Grenadiers. Looks like F3riG's gonna just play it safe and get out of there.
We're losing a
Grenadiers looking
fuel
to come
point.
around the corner. MP40's pop.
Squad deployed.
And they stop the decapture, sprints in just for good measure.
I'm hit bad!
Getting those MP40s into optimal range as fast as possible. Nice early retreat there from Elpern though. Elpern trying to get these sandbags, F3riG trying to get these sandbags up right across the map.
We're losing it.
Having some success. Four capping in the corner.
Infantry support.
Feels like there haven't been quite as many big engagements so far in this match compared to the previous one. Feels like both players at the moment a bit more content to retreat a little bit on the earlier side. Scouts there duck away from the machine gun in time before they get fired upon.
This is
Oh,
bad.
got the
All
Faust
victory
available
points
on
are
these
under
Grenadiers.
control.
Does F3riG have the munitions? He does.
We have
Doesn't
territory
quite get in
cover
a
from
range for it
supply.
though. That was a close one.
Taking losses!
Enemy activity near our munitions point.
Scouts get around the side of the machine gun and the 4x4 is going to come in, apply some pressure to it.
Keep your distance!
Backs away, sets up,
Infantry support research
shuts
completed.
down the decapture. Maybe just
Sector
around the
lost.
corner.
No contact.
It was a little bit further forwards, maybe could have helped and maybe even won this fight. Not quite set it up a little bit too far back.
Ready.
So it looks like Elpern following a similar build
Distributed imminently.
to 4 riflemen at this stage. Now he's ticked bars on the rifleman. He did not put his barracks at the front though, so he doesn't have that forward reinforce option. He's one of those double clickers on the tick structures, leaving them
Commander,
to auto
we've
place
lost
instead
the
of
sector.
manually trying to plant them. Definitely
They've pushed us off
do
the
think it's
sector.
good to manually plant, at least like your first one.
Rifles have arrived.
There's not much going on in the
enemy is
game.
stealing our munitions point.
Doesn't really cost you much. Can provide big benefits.
Keep down!
We're losing our capture
Pretty
point.
good territory control at the moment, though, from F3riG. He's only got 3 grenadiers at this stage, 2 pyros.
Field medics will be deployed at the headquarters.
Territory out of supply. They've cut us off.
And harass down here. Oh, late retreat for F3riG.
Captured a victory point.
But no chase, it looks like. Thing was open for the kill. Would have had to take a risk, though. Would have had to bring the 4x4 off, ready for the chase, and he wasn't ready, Elpern. Maybe even just with the rifleman chasing, he could have got the squad wipe as well, though. Pretty good moving performance on rifleman.
It's here! Get it firing! Focus on firing.
SMG positioning there, gets rid of the captain. He's got medics coming up. These I can understand. Maybe on this map you want to build a little bit further back,
Boys, fresh boots.
so the enemy can't just roll up and kill off your mid tent. Generally the most vulnerable structure in your base. Quite easy to kill off.
Point captured.
Jumps into the building here, rifleman. Hold their heavy cover position. Before he's staying at range here. Rifleman will lose this, but it'll take a while to get forced away.
Area secured. In contact. Rifle.
A strategic point is being claimed.
Pyro's coming in from the side on the rifleman now.
Near our victory point.
Man
Yeah,
down.
finally gets out.
Riflemen
Will
are
suffer
being
quite a bit of
upgraded
damage
with
on his way home though, Elpern.
It's on, boys.
One of our munitions
He's
point.
timed it well enough though.
Victory point now under enemy control.
These MG40s twos, they do big damage on retreat. Don't often get to see it because of these suppression bonuses, but when they line up and start beaming a unit that's retreating,
Requisitioning grenades for the front line.
a different
Handmade
story.
howitzer carriages are available, Commander.
Very high damage.
Sector gone. We must
Meanwhile,
take
we
it
saw
back.
a change here for F3riG. He's gone for a Panzer Grenadier.
Concentration.
He's
Fire.
straight constructed that, no transfer orders.
Think they know we're here. Taking
One
loss.
rifleman so far, and he's gone for pour it on him as well, Elpern. So F3riG a fan of the sprint.
Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
Elpern a fan of pour it on him. It's the only real difference we've seen so far. Panzer Grenadier and pour it on him. Other than that, pretty similar to last
A
game.
munitions point is being attacked.
The munition
Enemy
surplus.
movement near victory point.
He's already got the Scots
Taking it personally.
locked in here. Just needs a little bit more manpower. Bring that bad boy in.
Victory point
Ooh,
is under enemy
4x4 goes
control.
down early. Tries to get around the side of the machine gun, but the pies were back there as well. 4x4 dead.
Territory point is no longer under our
Elpern,
control.
F3riG kept his alive to, I think it was the 16-minute mark.
One of our sectors
So
is
it's
now
got to be
in
a
enemy
feather in
hands.
F3riG's hat.
Head back. Don't get distracted. Concentrate. He's dead.
And MP40s had enough firepower there. They got the Vet 2. Sure that came into effect. Hoping to win that fight.
Keep it together. Hill promotion. Leave him.
Laid out, no dodge from F3riG.
Someone get us out of here.
Stays in the fight a little bit long.
Sector.
Scott, meanwhile, goes hunting. Looks like he used the phosphorus, cleared out the building. Chased around the corner, hoping for the squad wipe. Got the pyos down the
enemy
corner
is stealing our
next.
munitions point.
Trying to plant a mine. But they have to figure they're going to be next up, targeted by
Our
the
line is
Scott.
collapsing. Enemy taking our points.
Cancels it in time. Luckily that Scott shot didn't kill off the mine and he would have lost the munitions. Ooh, an absolute floater going above the building. Scott getting to the retreat path now, hoping for a kill perhaps.
Rifles reinforced.
The enemy have taken territory from us.
AT gun on the field now for F3riG. He's trying to drive really close here. And there we go. Well played by Elpern. I think those was attack rounds, looking at the barrel positioning. He wasn't leaving it to chance, hoping for a lucky scatter shot. He was getting the attack rounds cooking. And gets the squad wipe because of it. That was pretty greedy from F3riG, trying to stay down there for so long. Lost him his pyre. Still got another one though. Holding on him, and that helps to add up to a comfortable win for the rifleman. Scott rolling right into close range, and the AT gun is not in position to shut this down. Big damage from the phosphorus. Rolling out away from that now. Still, F3riG doing well in terms of territory control. Look at this. Oh, tries just a little bit past the pack. Has to reposition. And then smoke forces F3riG into an attack round, and it's way off the mark. Here he goes, lines up another one, but misses again. Faust connecting. One last shot here. Oh, misses again. Close call for F3riG. MG getting outmaneuvered though. So, okay, looks like Elpern mixing it up. Oh no, that was the captain's speed boost. Flanking maneuver from the captain. Poured on him. It's gone poured on him right across the board. Captain dropping his artillery down on this cutoff, but his squad's going to run past it without too much trouble. Grenade onto the rifleman. Okay, gets out of there in time, gets out of there. Meanwhile, mortar picked up from Elpern, so very similar build orders between these two in both games. Not much diversity. But I think we saw maybe F3riG pick up a 5th rifle at one stage, right? I could be wrong about that though. Look back here. Okay, Elpern hasn't managed to squeeze in advanced logistics as of yet. Got a grenade off, but the MG's still standing. Might be a squad wipe against Elpern here. Oh, well done with the smoke from the Scots. Probably going to save the day, but oof, gets out of range in time. Oh, he gets away with that rifle. Nice chase down, really good attempt. But what a play. Great Scott smoke. Big moves from Elpern. Saving the day there. That's a big brain play for sure.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Keep checking this. I think, you know, one of the changes I would like to see is that when you have these upgraded, instead of just being grayed out like you can't afford them, maybe they could be like white, kind of grayed out, showing that the upgrade's already online. Different icon for when they're upgraded.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
That would be nice.
Target secure.
The sector's been overrun. It's theirs now.
Okay, here comes the Scot. Phosphorus way off target on the first shell. Oof! Big damage on the second one though. Ducks out. Staying in there with the machine gun though. Nope, there it goes. Retreating now. Quite a lot of scatter on that phosphorus barrage. Seems to be a saving grace for it not being completely omega busted. Now, I saw him merge into the Panzergrens. It's suppressed though by the pour on him. But MG kicks in with its suppression. Smoke out, but it's too late. The suppression's already done its damage. Forced the retreats. See a different tale when it comes to the victory points at this stage though. Elpern's actually behind. I think in the previous game it was F3riG behind it at this stage by maybe a similar margin by about 100 VPs.
Resources cut off. We
So
territory
showing a strong performance from F3riG in this game in terms of victory point control. I'm sure the loss in 4x4 making up for quite a lot of that. Slowing down the capture rates of Elpern.
Filthy hands can make fine work.
We will end this. The enemy has only
Just one pack at this
250 points
stage,
left.
and early lock into Panzer Company now for F3riG, and he's got the Panzer IV in production, I believe. Yep. Sometimes it doesn't show as you switch factions.
Panzer IV report.
Meanwhile, Elpern still quite far away from the Easy 8. And he doesn't have any anti-tank gun. He has not side-ticked a motor pool.
Commander, you have 5 command
So
points.
it's going to be a tough 2 command points here up against the Panzer IV with no real response. Oh, scout forgotten about by Elpern in the north. He's going to retreat just fine though.
Ammunition's
Panzer IV in the center though. And I don't think we've seen many mines go down from Elpern either. Hasn't really felt like he's had the breathing room to plant the mines, I guess. Got the munitions.
We're losing a territory point. Enemy contact.
Rifleman just acting as a diversion. Hits a mine, only drops 1 model though.
One of our munitions points.
Should allow a clean escape. Comes down to the Panzer IV though. It's coming in. These riflemen need to divert. Come in for the double snare threat. Oh, Elpern, you're playing with fire there, brother.
Is being seized by the enemy.
If that Panzer IV had a bit more confidence, could have got the squad wipe there easy. But he didn't want to chase through that gap.
Territory point
Lucky
is no
break
longer under
for
our control.
Elpern. Meanwhile, Phosphorus coming out from the Scott down the bottom. Having machine guns locking things down here though. But yeah, it seems like quite a few maneuvers from F3riG were kind of enabled by the rifleman sprinting to outposition the team weapons. And Elpern doesn't really have that option since he went for poured on him across the board. Is that the difference maker so far in this game?
A fuel point is being
Poured
lost.
on him strong in these head-to-head engagements, but Dolbar riflemen already favoured to win a lot of these, at least in the one-on-one situations.
We have territory under attack.
Close call there. But there we go.
Sherman
He's got the manpower. No, he doesn't actually. 100 manpower off. Needs to cancel the auto reinforce, and he has done that on both. You have to do it on both of these, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to click it
The enemy
twice.
have taken territory from us.
They're staying high, boys. Taking losses.
Scott actually got a scratch off on the Panzer IV. That's one for a cheeky Phosphorus.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
That's big damage. Panzer IV's in hot pursuit.
Reporting in.
Still barraging away back there.
Check the line. Capture point under
He
attack.
did escape. Mine coming up for F3riG down the bottom.
Nearby
Here's
squads
the
will
Easy
be
8.
reinforced,
I don't
Commander.
think F3riG... Yeah, he's
The
only got
enemy
1 AT
falters.
gun at this
They are down
stage,
to
so
200 points.
that's good news for Elpern.
We're down to 200 points.
That's bad news for him. 150 VPs remaining. F3riG doing very well
Lost
this
control
match.
of the sector.
He's just driving straight up to it. A couple mines down, but he's not going to run into them. Scott, meanwhile, occupying the AT gun. It ends up going down. Looks like I got snared. Fausted. Phosphorus out from the Easy 8. Getting around to the rear arm of the AT gun, lining up here. Trying to spin around with the Easy 8 now. Oh, he needs one more shot. AT gun under pressure from the rifleman. Oh, there's not enough damage. 14 HP left. Uh-oh. Faust from F3riG could close the show here. And there it goes.
Isn't hailing us. It's gone.
AT gun decrewed, but he didn't pick it up. And there's a second Panzer IV for F3riG. He didn't stall for the Tiger at this stage. He's got the momentum. He's going to capitalize on it. Rifleman goes down. And that's it. Elpern calls the GG there. Understandable. Interesting. Okay. Well, 2-0 for F3riG then. He just seemed to have better territory control, like relatively, even before the 4x4 loss. He seemed like he just had a better grasp on the map. Maybe Elpern struggling to outposition the machine guns a little bit more. Had to better territory control for F3riG, got his Panzer IV out maybe a little bit faster. Wasn't struggling as much against the Scot, it seemed like. Just F3riG maybe outplaying Elpern. Was it the pouring on him difference? That was the main differential between the two. Pouring on him versus Sprint. Sprint did enable quite a few flanks from F3riG. Elpern also didn't manage to afford the infantry cost reduction buff from the ISC. So maybe that's an indication that he was struggling as well. Couldn't fit in that buff. But yeah, well played by F3riG. He's up 2-0. I don't know how that Panzer IV survived. 14 HP. I don't know what led to that. I'm not sure how much damage the phosphorus shell from the Easy 8 does. But it seems like a very unusual health total to finish the engagement on. Maybe Elpern got a bit unlucky there. Maybe he could have survived if that, if he died instead of having to continue the chase around the corner. Maybe if that AT gun got decrewed by his rifleman a little bit faster, but it didn't. Things did line up well for F3riG right at the end there. Elpern made a big risky play and it did not pay off. So yeah, F3riG up 2-0 in the series. Game 3 of the series, and now we're on another custom map. This one, Kasserine Pass. This is GB Pirates map, has been featured in the Master League for quite some time now. I think he changed the name of it as well. I can't remember its old name anymore, but yeah, Kasserine Pass. We'll have a quick look around it. Desert map, big patch of water down the center. So you guys who haven't seen it before.
Vehicle has captured the sector.
So yeah, there we go. Sector layout. Big cutoffs on this map.
We have vehicles ready to be dispatched to the front.
So F3riG going for US Forces Special Operations, popping out the Weasel, getting the capping going. Elpern, meanwhile, sticking with Wehrmacht, going for Mechanized. I imagine the AT-RAD might be pretty successful. Seems like these far reaches are reasonably far away from the action, so maybe the mobility of the AT-RAD quite strong on this map.
Capture complete, sir. Waiting on you. Getting hit! Getting hit!
Weasel getting some damage done there, capping away. Scouts pressuring while they try to get some sandbags up. Wrap around with the cutoff, it looks like. While he's stuck there, capping the high uni. Takes a long time to capture. MG sitting up though. Weasel probing, but has to get out of there. It's got okay armor, but you know. Looks like it's a 2 Pio start from Elpern again. Capping out on the far edge with the rifleman. Out of combat. Repairs, auto repairs on the Weasel, so he's just
M29
waiting for those to complete. MG's now mobilizing the Weasel. I wonder if I can sneak through that gap. Could come in for a bit of a flank here. Looks like it has a bit of an awkward time squeezing through these ruins. Scout already upgraded though with the utility package. Gets a smoke out, F3riG.
Get down! Get down!
Weasel now looking to focus on the Grenadiers.
Taking the field.
MG charges through the smoke.
Commander, starting ISC upgrade.
Sets up again, flares up, sees the machine gun's position. Stays in this fight, but it's a 2-on-1. Doesn't look that good for the rifleman without the support of either the Weasel or the Scout. So he ends up getting out of there. Good start here from Elpern. Coming out to this side though, rifleman, comfortable victory against the Pioneers. But good territory in the north.
M29. The enemy is
We're
moving on our
just waiting
strategic point.
for
Get us out of here!
the approach. Squad hiding nicely behind the high cliffs. Staying out of machine gun's grasp.
New recruits in. Rifles reinforced.
Sir, enemy infantry! Fire!
These are coming up to the north now for the Pioneer.
Commander, ISC upgrade's done.
And she's blasting away here. Hiding tactics at the moment for F3riG. I suppose all these sight blockers, kind of good riflemen, better in close quarters than grenadiers are. So if you can force engagements away from the machine guns, that would be ideal. He's kind of pushing this rifle squad into the machine gun.
A victory point
Luckily
is
for
under
F3riG,
attack.
didn't get
We
suppressed
must
there.
act.
Now he's charging in on the grenadiers. Held him with a nice cover position, but the other one out in the open.
Overrun.
Maybe there's a couple light cover positions he could be in with the squad though, so hoping maybe should have repositioned.
Captured a victory point.
Could have stayed in this fight for much longer if that was the case. Machine gun's coming around the corner now.
They
This
pushed
one's
us
over
off the
here,
sector.
just out of range. There's nothing down here. He could maybe bring it in from this angle. And
Ammunition
fast
storage is
retreat
being
there
attacked.
from F3riG, gets out of there. Two squads very low. He's going motor pool though. No healing yet, so this retreating unit's not going to have a chance to heal up.
Territory point is no longer under our
Still
control.
sticking with infantry support center though, and going for the captain.
Motor pool ready for production. Medical station requested.
Maybe, why? Oh, Elpern going for a 2-2-1. He went for a Luftwaffe company. Not hitting this at a particularly fast timing. I mean, that's often the way with
MG-42.
the 2-2-1. Feels like it comes in still a little bit late, even after the buffs. Just because, yeah, Luftwaffe company 10 fuel more, delays your tech. So 2-2-1 coming in not at a particularly impressive timing. Comes up to the north, but there's nothing up here.
Defend our victory point. We're
So-
losing it.
Bad start for it.
Ready up.
And I think one of the problems with the 2-2-1
We've lost
is
control
that
of a
its
sector.
gun has one penetration, all ranges. Not particularly good in the head-to-head against
A victory point is falling in
ultralight
enemy
style
control.
vehicles. Just doesn't really do that much damage considering how late it arrives. When you consider you can get like the US Forces quad out at
Territory is falling in
4
enemy
minutes or
hands.
so. 2-2-1 coming in closer to 5.5
Grenades are on their way to us.
is not very impressive. But it does have pretty good armor,
Cut off.
20
We have
frontal
territory
armor,
isolated.
really living up to its armored car name. Much more resilient than it was in Code 2. Here comes the Greyhound.
Grenades are making their way to frontline
And
forces.
he's kind of stuck on these ruins. Uh-oh. Oh, this is looking bad for Elpern straight away. Greyhound on Prate's vehicles. He pops smoke. Got that with the mechanized package. Jaeger's coming up here. The Shrek is upgrading, and it looks like the Greyhound stopped the chase. I don't know if it could squeeze through there or not. Something I'm not familiar with on this map. I haven't played on it personally. Watched a few games on this. MG lining up. Rifleman ducking behind the cliffs. Grenade out from the Grenadiers. Decent connection.
All right, men, stand by.
2-2-1's coming up here now as well. And here comes the Jaeger Shrek.
Taking losses.
The scatter on this thing is comical these days.
You have command points ready to spend.
Oh, doesn't quite get the second shot attempt to go anywhere.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Meanwhile, we've got an M1919 here from F3riG. I'm guessing that's a drop-off from the Weasel. Weapon drop-off.
They're looking for targets in the open.
Victory point
Get
is
some
under
sandbags
enemy
down here now. Smoke out on the machine gun. That's backing away
Commander,
slightly.
we're losing territory.
But the Jaegers, they're not that impressive in the anti-infantry department. Getting a bit of a cover position. 221. Goes for the rifles down the bottom. Gets snared. Permanent engine crit. Does have the merge available here. He's going to try to bait them into this machine gun, it looks like. Doesn't have the best angle. Repositioning now, but that's a little bit slow from Elpern. He's under a lot of pressure from the Greyhound as well.
Flares will light up the battlefield
And
at
here
your
comes
command.
the 8-Rod. Used to be that the Greyhound would bully the 8-Rad a bit, but now that the 8-Rad's got the bug rate of fire, hits the mine. It actually, I think it swings it back the other direction. Now the 8-Rad, this patch, better.
Just lost our Greyhound.
It's pretty close.
Territory secure.
But yeah, nice mine there from Elpern. Greyhound dispatched. Looks like they switch into the Chaffee now.
Rifles reinforced.
Needs something a bit heavier now that he's up against 1-8 It could be more in the future.
We're losing a territory point. Enemy contact.
Look at Elpern, he's
Yeah, forward!
just got 2 machine guns. A little bit low on resources. I suppose the big question is he going to pull the trigger on another 8-Rad? Or is he maybe going to try to go for another Jaeger? Captain drops his artillery down on the MG.
MG-42!
One of our sectors is
Does
now
come
an
down
enemy.
decently fast.
They've taken our victory point.
And to retreat now! Ooh. Nearly went down. 221 there. Chasing away the Weasel. But here comes the Chaffee. 221 maybe saw this coming. He did not upgrade the radio
We're losing a
antenna,
strategic point.
so it doesn't have the detection on this.
We have territory under attack.
He could, I suppose, go for the Panzerbuchse, but it's definitely a bit of a
Territory
meme.
out of supply. They've
Interesting,
cut us
this
off.
bush here kind of blocking a lot of heavy cover positions, trying to wire off or sandbag off this side of the VP. Hit by getting some decent hits. I think this is on the Chaffee's rear armor. Maybe not, maybe he's on the side. Looks very similar front to back. He did indeed go for a second 8-Rad though.
Lost the territory sector.
And yeah, this seems to cause a lot of traffic jams, this gap here. But luckily we got some phase through now. Elpern able to get away to safety again. Sounded like a grenade went off down the bottom. Doesn't look like it did too much to F3riG's unit. Meanwhile, Commando's on the field. Does have healing now.
We have infantry standing by, Commander.
Oh, this could be trouble though. Smoke. Oh! Nice attempt from F3riG. This is where the double pyos flexing their muscles. Let me get those repairs going. Weasel's coming down to the bottom to flank around and win this fight a little bit more convincingly. We do have a third 8-Rad on the field. Similar to what we saw the other day
Being contested.
from Elpern, it was again, right? No, it was, what it was.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Theodosius and somebody else. Excuse me, I forgot.
Enemy movement near our victory point.
Was it Elpern? Oh,
Squad of rifles.
rifle squad getting wiped.
Sector lost. No contact.
Oh boy. 8-Rad very low, surviving though. Bazookas connecting. Light vehicles cowering. Critical misses though from the bazookas and then from the Chaffee as well. That's actually getting a little bit low now. Does have decent frontal armor. Captain dropping down his artillery on the machine gun again. Elpern microing hard here. Hoping for the kill on the Chaffee with the 8-Rad. Oh, it's too risky, Elpern. Don't do it. Sprinting in with the rifles. They're going to get the snare off? No, not quite. Smoke out. Elpern going hard, man. He's got 4 light vehicles to micro. This is a real handful, even for a top-tier player like Elpern. He's doing alright. There's a lot of territory up for grabs down the bottom. Looks like F3riG getting a little bit pegged in his base right now.
Hazard removal package on the way.
He's picking up an anti-tank gun now, though. Understandable. Up against 4 light vehicles. Make that 5. Does have vehicle capture. Elpern, so... Gonna use the 221 to do some capping. Couple of bazookas connecting there. A lot of repairs for Elpern at this stage, but same story. Chaffee's out of action for a while, but here comes the AT gun.
Our opponent has all victory points under their control. Act
F3riG
now.
with a bit of resources. I wonder if this is the time to tick bars. Getting bullied by the mass 8-Rad action. AT gun now though. Sitting up in the center. Has some good angles to fire at. In fact, this could be a kill. Oh, the smoke again. Chaffee coming in. Pop the speed boost. Runs into the double 8-Rads. He's playing it safe. Do have the Shrek. It looks like they're going to come around this corner here. Mine going off up in the north. F3riG guarding the VP, helping with some very good victory point control. He was behind, but he's quickly turning that around. Jaeger hasn't landed a single Shrek so far on the Chaffee. I don't think so. Not as reliable as they used to be, that's for sure. This lad trying to crawl around the corner on the machine gun. Oh, 8-Rad comes up here. Early retreat there from F3riG. And getting away with the Weasel, expecting the rotation up there from Elpern. Good awareness.
Get a clear field of fire.
8-Rad coming up. Double 8-Rads and the AT gun. The Chaffee's here. This could be one 8-Rad in some trouble. This one smokes for his buddy. Spreading the damage round. Raiding flares active. F3riG has some good vision. For a bit of a chase. The Jaeger Shrek's coming around the corner though, so he's decided that's enough. And meanwhile, 8-Rad's coming in from the other side. Swarming in here, Elpern. Looking to pressure this AT gun. The Jaeger Shrek, what is that shooting at? Like it was doing friendly fire there. Kills off the Weasel, but can he get away with these 8-Rads now? Chaffee's missing quite a few shots. 221's getting involved, but here comes a second Chaffee from F3riG. Knocks out the 221. And Bazooka's in the retreat path of this. Oh, he's backing. Oh, he didn't quite get the snare off. Both Bazookas miss. Got a second 8-Rad here. Running some interference. Double 8-Rad's reasonable health. Coming up here. Elpern cornering himself. Shrek's coming across here. Oh, he's popped the defensive ability. The auto repair. 8-Rad's coming in on the rear armor of the Chaffee, getting some damage on it, but the bazookas are up there. They get suppressed, however. Attack round war getting won by the Chaffee. It's much more suited to the attack round action. Doesn't have to sit still for a long time while its cannon fires off. Just one shot, reload one shot. Triple 8-Rads though. They're reasonably healthy thanks to that repair ability. And the 8-Rad's going in. Oh, he just cannot quite get the decrew on this AT gun.
We're down to 300 points.
But he is just applying so much pressure to f3riG right here. He's coming in for the full base inspection. 1 8-rad goes down. Kills the AT gun finally. 1 Chaffee out the back, very low. There that goes. The other Chaffee might be a little bit boxed in his base. Side armor. That one goes down as well. Got the bazookas coming in now, but smoke from Elpern spreads the damage around. The AT gun recruit. This 8-rad smoking out to safety as well. Attack round misses. That looked like it was well on target and both bazookas. Unfortunate for f3riG. Would that have been... Yeah, that would have been the kill too. That's a sad one for f3riG. Both Chafees down. Elpern only losing 1 8-rad in the process. And it really comes down to the smoke. Kind of crazy. I think that's what nerf that a lot of people have been asking for. Having both the capture on your light vehicles and smoke as one package. So good. So much utility right at the start. Smoke is like all game utility as well. Yeah, again, Elpern making use of the auto repair ability. Gives a received accuracy bonus to the infantry that's near these vehicles as well. 8-rad coming in from the side. Pressuring away here, but this one looks like it's going to go down vet 2. No snare though from f3riG. Oh, missed opportunity there. That was a dead 8-rad, I'm pretty sure. And he is just getting overwhelmed. He's got another Chaffee coming in, but we've got 5 8-rads just going absolutely to town. And he is not prepared for this. He kills one of them. This is just so much action. And look at that. GG from f3riG. Elpern back in this one. Well, that was kind of disgusting. Oh man, Elpern taking full advantage of the fact that the 8-rad has that bugged rate of fire, I think. Oh boy. Overwhelming. Usually the Chaffee does a lot better in that engagement, but yeah, with the bug rate of fire, the 8-rad's able to fight back. Elpern just swarming in. Good management. Microing that many light vehicles, quite challenging. f3riG missing a few opportunities for snares as well that maybe could lead to some kills. But good use of smoke from Elpern, keeping his 8-rads alive. It was a close one, like might have been a short game, but there were a lot of very tight moments there where it could have gone either way. GG, Elpern's back in the series. Game number 4 in this series. Elpern this time playing with the British forces. Double Royal Engineer start, no lock into his battle group yet. I'm suspecting it's going to be British Armoured Crusader spam. We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, f3riG sticking with us here. Not very much rather. No battle group selection yet. Double Pio into green. And I'm guessing MG next.
Never built a sandbag wall before?
But yeah, it's nice to see a different faction away from US forces.
Section of Tommy's has been
Even if it is another call and spam strategy. Real shame that Africa Corps is just not in a strong enough state to be seen in any of these tournament games. Feels like it limits the variety a lot. And I suppose not too much difference from a lot of those Code 2 tournaments where it's Wehrmacht versus Soviets. Occasional sprinklings of US and OKW. Me, the lone man using Brits. I think Brits were pretty good though. People just didn't want to learn because Soviets were already so good.
Infantry section.
2 sections from Elpern. f3riG going into 2 machine guns. Early second machine gun. doesn't need to spam grenadiers because he doesn't have the MP40 upgrades, of course. Not as much of a reason to go for lots of greens. May even see like early Panzer greens. I scouted out the section in the north, so I didn't really want to fight them. Getting some sandbags up. Not securing the cutoff though. Grenadiers coming down there, trying to get some sandbags up on it. Interrupted by the section. It's off retreating. Try to bait him into this machine gun. Gets suppressed.
Heads down, lads.
And gets forced away. Gives him a bit more confidence to come up to here though. Knows where the machine gun is, knows it's not going to be there for a while yet. Free to do some decapping. I was going to try sneak around the side here. Harass the muni point. Or maybe not. Ricky package. Tries to get some wire down on the sandbags. Interrupted by the machine gun though. Ricky package makes a lot of sense if you're up against Wehrmacht. You know, they've got some machine guns. You want to outposition them. Get the vision from the flares and whatnot. You can see the idea.
Cut us off.
The big question is, when will we see the infantry training upgrade? A lot more accessible now that you don't have to build the training centre as Brits. Gone for 4 sections though, that's a lot of sections. One more than I was expecting.
Infantry taking losses here. We're losing a fuel point to enemy action.
Artillery dropped down. Dodges away now though.
We are losing territory.
Backing away with the MG. Maybe doesn't quite have sight range of this grenadier. Infantry section. So he's going to be able to reconnect. Either way, it was a decent little cut-off move there from F3riG. Quite a lot of sectors down the bottom there that were being harassed. Coming in from the other side. MG sets up though.
Vehicles shall arrive on the field quickly.
And there we go, it gets suppressed.
We're losing a munitions point to enemy action. In contact! Call up support! Damnation! Sectors in enemy hands.
Camping up in the north, the Pios.
We're losing a munitions point.
Oh, we're having a little bit of trouble breaking out. Section's pretty good in the long-range firefights, though. Doesn't want to go for that Brit mortar. It's not very good, the initial Brit mortar. Indeed, it is British armoured. It looks like it's going to be Crusaders. Question is he going to build some Stuarts in the meantime as he tries to get there? He's not gone for the infantry training upgrade yet.
Package on the way. Grenade packages are inbound, Commander.
F3riG still hasn't sticked his battle group. No point in sitting in heavy cover. It doesn't reduce damage from grenades anymore like that. They're thrown slightly behind, so big damage. Could have been much worse if there wasn't a damage cap on those grenades. 3 model damage cap.
We're losing a victory point.
Yelling up now from Elpern. But yeah, F3riG doing very well in terms of territory control, and he's dropping down some Fallschirmjäger now. So maybe that's a bit of a giveaway. You hear that plane rolling through, you know you're up against Luftwaffe.
We're losing a fuel point. We got orders, lads. The boss held all.
Line goes off in the north.
Act now.
Engineers still going to continue the cap though.
Pay attention.
Section going up that way as well. Elpern definitely struggling when it comes to territory control though. These double machine guns have kept them pretty well boxed in. He's up in the north now. He's losing control of the cutoff while this is happening though.
The enemy has claimed a sector.
Open up a flare. Can't see exactly where. Okay, down the bottom here. There's a machine gun. I don't think he's quite in flare range though. Engineer's getting out of there after that cap. Bit of a move coming down this side now though. Going to harass this close fuel point. Elpern, okay, has put down platoon command, but if he was planning to go for a fast Stuart, he has well and truly missed the mark on that. By the time he gets the side here and gets this constructed, it's going to be quite slow. Should already be on the field if he's trying to rush it.
A strategic point to enemy action.
Let's give him some command points, get some closer to the
Territories exposed
Crusader, but at this rate, it doesn't look like he's going to get there. I mean, things are not going well for Elpern currently. Keeps getting cut off. He, caps these points in the north, but constantly these MGs on his cutoff causing him so many headaches. Even with the recce package, he's having trouble outmaneuvering them. F3riG doing well in that department.
Jerry's not giving up without a fight. We're down to 300 points.
MG under pressure over here, but here come the Fallschirmjäger. Grenadier there for merging into them as well. Keeping the pressure on that MG. Eventually it does retreat, just getting too low in health. Retreats to dodge that nade. This section about to get flanked. Look at those Fallschirmjäger go to work. Cheeky grenade out there. Doesn't really work too well. Should be fine. Don't think he's going to get wiped, but
we have a surplus of command points, Commander.
It's not a pretty retreat. And look at this. Two models jump out of cover there.
The enemy is pushing hard.
Got the recce upgrades. Doing their best here. And actually, it's going to be enough. More and more squads flooding onto the field. But I mean, that's because they've got nowhere else. They're coming out of their base. It's on this base doorstep. They're fighting at the moment. Good flank here, though. Deep move from Elpern. Pressuring this machine gun. Opens up this side of the map again, but he's got a lot of capping to do. MG sitting up on this cutoff now. Elpern wants to take it, but not going to get the opportunity, and he's so deep into the arc, he's got no hope of crawling out to safety there. So he's reconnecting this cutoff now, but he's lost control on the north. A real resource struggle at the moment for Elpern. Got quite a lot of resources together though. And once he gets those command points, Crusader's going to be strong, but look at this, they Stug already from F3riG. 10 minutes 30 Stug. That is bad news for Elpern. He's building an anti-tank gun now, expecting he's going to need it. Stalemate in that central VP box. You can see Elpern way down on victory points. He has been getting monstered on territory control. So the Stug's heading up to the north.
Received. Enemies down to 200
Not
points.
upgrading the veteran
We have 200
boost. So he doesn't have that Vet 1 ability on the Stug at least. A bit of damage from it. At least managed to stop the VP drain. 182 left for Elpern.
Proximity alarm. Our territory is under attack.
And the ambush bonus does seem to be a bit more reliable this patch than it used to after those changes. He's merging into the Fallschirmjäger. In these situations, you're probably better off just shooting at the Grenadier. They've only got 80 health. Fallschirmjäger got 115. If they're going to be merging in anyway, you might as well shoot at the lower health unit. It's the benefit of merging this game. Oh, rough nade in on the MG. 3 models. Just kidding. Retreat bonus. Shutting down a lot of the damage.
A victory point is being overrun.
Crusader finally on the field now for Elpern. He finally hit the command points. Just about. He can maybe go for a second one in the not too distant future. He's got to get a lot of work done with this. And Faymonville, I believe they have a 20 range Panzerfaust. So it's not even a foregone conclusion that you're just going to eat them for breakfast. You have to respect them. Another squad of Faymonville getting dropped in right in front of the Crusader, by the way. Struk's coming down here. The AT gun's somewhat near still. I wonder if he's going to pop off a Faust here before he retreats. What? Strug only getting a grazing hit. Got forced away up here though. Really? Thought maybe he had the firepower to win that with the section. Oh well. They gain at Vet 1 in these sections. Harder to hit. Remember, he did not squeeze in this infantry training upgrade. Oh, it's a mine. Strug's coming down here, was being repaired up. The AT gun somewhat nearby. He's got snares, but he's getting suppressed on the squad now. The AT gun lining up. Crusader's backing towards it. Strug coming around the corner. F3riG does not have a second source of anti-tank damage. It's just the Strug at this stage. He's got a good angle on the AT gun covering both directions, so looks like the Crusader's going to survive here. Oh, but I spoke too soon. He's got a second Strug rolling up. Doesn't look like he's going to go in for the kill here, though.
A-15 Crusader is on station, ready for order.
Elpern's mine this time. Drops 2 models. Drops down some artillery as well. Is it going to come down fast enough, though? How are they getting out of combat healed right now? Are you joking me? They're very much in combat, thank you. Crusader getting harassed. Second Crusader on the field, but that's getting strafed. The AT gun. Oh, not strafed. Frag bombed.
We're losing a strategic point.
Strug gets very low though. Section does have to evacuate. And constant merging into the Faymonville. Keeping them on the field. He's just always escorting the Faymonville with the Grenadier pretty much every time. So there's little details that make all the difference. This Crusader not fully repaired, but it's coming up anyway. Flares up, spotting. Could have popped off a Faust. Would have been an engine crit. Maybe could have done something with the Strug. The AT gun was a little bit further back if the Strug came in from this angle. But he clears the path with the Crusaders. Capping up in the north now, Elpern as well. 89 VPs. Gotta be feeling desperate. Early retreat from the Grenadiers. Knew what was coming. This one back up to full strength now. Does have an immediate vet boost on these guys thanks to this ability. A little bit too close. I think if he stood right on the edge of the circle, he was out of vision range. Yep, he doesn't get the decap. Couple squads again. Faymonville Grenadier combo heading up to the north. Tough for Elpern to do anything about that without a Crusader up there. And he's having a hell of a time trying to cap in the center with that MG42 and no form of indirect fire. He's building a second anti-tank gun. I think that's a good choice for him. He's still got a lot of resources floating. I think he's going to go for a third Crusader. Got it all in here. Get something cooking like he did last game with mass 8-rods, this time Crusaders, and they also have a bug rate of fire, so they're pretty strong at the moment. Going to be back on the drain now, Elpern. 85 VPs left, flare goes up, sees the machine gun, Sees maybe some mines getting planted back there. Something he has to be concerned about. He does have the sweeper nearby though, Elpern. Oshimega meanwhile hiding with the camouflage. Springing the ambush now. Sweeper gets suppressed. Oh boy. AT guns up there as well. This Crusader runs immediately into its death. So AT gun lining up on the other Stug. And trying to get something going.
Jerry got one of our squad.
Oh, both AT guns are down here. I thought I saw both of them down here, but maybe they're stacked on top of each other. This Crusader in the center in some trouble. Frag bombs coming down. Stug somehow briefly survived there. Frag bombs again. Oh, last second dodging. Keeps both the AT guns alive. Hits the mine. But another Crusader did, and I think that was a engineer as well. Crusader going for a bit of a base inspection, but model counts are too high. Might get this run. Oh, he's spitting out major damage right up against the base structure. This is one of the vehicles that can actually outkill reinforce rates. He's out back doing a lot of damage. AT gun Stug's coming back here. Faymonville coming in with the Faust. Engine credit now. He's in the base. Marooned. Stug coming down here now. Double AT guns right here. Boof, boof. Two more. Where's the Stug going? The AT gun lining up on the Crusader. That's backing back in. He might need another... Oh, I got behind the cliff. Might need another Faust here at F3riG. Doesn't have the munis for it. Crusader, 11 kills so far, but doing a pretty good job hiding behind the buildings, limiting the fire. The T-guns, meanwhile, get decrewed. Faymonville came in from the other side. Stug still alive. Seems like that's going to be GG for Elpern. F3riG looks like he's going to take the series 3-1.
Crusader tank knocked out.
Stug going to kill off one AT gun, maybe crew the other. And there we go. Elpern throws in the towel. Well played by F3riG. Third place in Master League. Congratulations. Yeah. Well done. Just his machine gun play so strong. Elpern had a hell of a time trying to get his flanks off. Good movements, you know, always moving Grenadier with the Fallschirmjäger, and that combination just so tough for Elpern to deal with. Felt like he was, even with 4 sections, 2 engineers, felt like he was really struggling to meet F3riG head to head at any stage with his own infantry. Do wonder if there are some alternative twists to that build maybe Elpern could have gone for. He was really struggling for resources at various stages, but maybe he could have gone for the infantry vet boost from the training center, maybe rushed out a Stuart. A few different options there. But yeah, well played by F3riG for sure. Yeah, locked it down. Shut down the Crusaders. Crusaders ended up coming in quite late as well. Like the first Stug came out so early, 10 minutes 30. If that's the case, you know, you really need the Stug to be coming out like 12 minutes with this Crusader type tactic, I think. That just shows how strong F3riG's territory play was throughout the match. Yeah, I think that's about it. Sad that the Master League will be no more after this one, but yeah, hopefully somebody else can pick up the slack. I'm not personally too interested in running tournaments myself. You know, first off, me being in New Zealand and most of the players being in Europe, it's just terrible trying to organize that kind of stuff. So yeah, not intending it to be me to pick up where A leaves off. Maybe it'll be one of you guys. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like what game you cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.